So hello everyone, in this video I'll be discussing how you can add or remove elements at any position in an array. So basically for that we'll be using the splice method, which is very versatile array method that allows you to add or remove elements from any index. Using this index array.splice, and we have this first bracket, then we specify the starting index, the delete count or the number of items that needs to be deleted. If you don't want to delete any element, so you'll be specifying 0 here. And then we have elements that needs to be actually added or uh, interchanged, so replaceable. So here if you're adding elements, then you'll be specifying elements. Otherwise you'll be specifying the elements which you want to remove by just adding a count here. This method takes three parameters that I have already explained you. Let's see the example. Let's say we have this colors array again. Red, green, blue is the value inside this array. Let's say if you want to remove the first element, so how you will do that? In the splice method, you will use the splice method on this array colors dot splice, and in the bracket you will be specifying the index of the element that you want to add or remove. So let's say I want to remove the first element, so I'll be specifying 0 here. After that, I can specify if I want to delete this element or not. So if you want to delete this element, then you will be specifying the number of elements that you want to delete from this 0 index. So if you want to delete this red only, so you'll be specifying 1. If you want to specify like if you want to delete 2 elements, then you'll be specifying 2 here. So from 0 index it will delete 2 elements. So from starting 0 and 1, so it will delete 2 elements if you specify 2 here. Otherwise in this case it has specified only 1, so it will remove this red only. If you don't want to delete the element, you will be specifying 0 here, and after that you can put a comma and you can add any item that you want to add. We'll see that as well. And now you can see we have when we log this out colors array, then you will see only 2 items are there. The first item is deleted now, and the item which is returned to this removed variable is now printed as well. And if we count dot remove dot length, if we count that, so only one item is removed because we specified 1 here. Now also we can add elements or insert elements by specifying the position. Let's say I want at the first index I want to add some elements, so I'll be specifying that. So I can add colors dot splice 1. 1 is the index that I want to add or elements from. So 1 will be started as second element. So from here, now red is not there, so we'll be taking this array green and blue. So 0 1. So the from starting from blue it will add, or before blue it will add the elements which we specify here, pink and yellow. This 0 actually tells us that we don't want to remove any element, so we'll be specifying 0 here. If you want to delete elements, so you'll be doing like this. You will specify number of elements that you want to remove from that specific position or from that specific index. Otherwise you will leave this out, or you will add 0 here, and then you'll specify the items that you want to add actually. So it will actually add the items from first index, or 0 1 means this will be shifted ahead, and from first index it will add pink and yellow. Now you can see the result will be like this. So after the green, at the first index pink is there, and then yellow, and at the last the blue is there. So earlier it was green and blue, now it is green, pink, yellow and blue. Pink and yellow is added by this statement. Similarly, we can also insert two elements and remove one element like this. We can also do like this. So we can specify the elements that we want to add, and we can also specify the elements that we want to remove. So we specified one here, so which means we want to remove the pink element or this pink one, and we want to add these two elements. After removing this, we have to add this purple and violet. So now if you see this array, Green, after that earlier it was pink. Now pink is removed because we specified one here. So the pink will be removed because it is starting from the first index. And instead of pink, it is adding two elements, purple and violet, and then the remaining one. So pink one item was removed. Pink was removed because it was from the first index, and one means we want to remove one element. That's why only one item was removed. If you specify two here, so two items will be removed. So in this case, only one is removed. So we can see that. Creating a string from an array. So you can easily create an array into string. Let's say you want to create this array into a string. So how can you do that? You can do this very easily by using this join method on the array. So this join method actually changes this array into uh, a string, and it also asks for a separator in the double quotes. If you don't specify that, so it will automatically take comma as its separator. You can see that it will print this one, red comma green comma blue. And if you don't want to specify this comma, or if you want to remove this comma, so you can specify empty string inside the brackets in the join method. So it will remove the comma as well. Or if you want to specify minus or any other symbol as a separator, so you can use that separator in the double quotes. So you can see dash will be used as their separator between the elements. You can see red dash green dash blue. So this is now our separator. We can also add comma space as a separator, multiple characters. So that will also be added between the elements. So now it is treated as a string. So to convert an array into a string, you will be using join method. You can also convert an array to a comma separated string using the toString method, which we did in the numbers, which we did for numbers as well. This method does not accept the separator parameter like join. So you cannot specify any separator in this toString method if you use this one. Instead, it will automatically take comma as a separator and give you the result as a string. So now you can see we just added toString method on this colors variable. So this toString method will give you the string and comma as a separator between the elements. We can also extract some parts of or some items from the let's say if you want to get some items and you want that items to be stored in an array, or let's say you want some items and store them in an array, then you'll be using this slice method. So this slice method actually will give you the number of items or you can specify the starting and end index in the slice method. Then it will give you those elements as an array, or it will grab those elements and store them in an array. You can store them as a variable and you can log this out. You can see. So I have used fruits.slice method, and 1 is the index. So 0, 1 banana till 3. So 3 is not included actually. So third index will not be included. 0, 1, 2. So only till 2 it will give you the result, not the third index, because this third index is not included. So it is excluded when we specify the last index. If you want this orange as well, so you can specify 4. So it will give you the till fourth index. Means the fourth index will not be included, but it will give you till orange. Then that will be an array, and we can store that in an array object or in an array variable. And if we log this out, so we'll get the items. So only the starting index and the end index, and the end index will not include that element. Similarly, we can specify the starting index only. If you specify only starting index, then it will get the items till the last elements. So in this case, you can see 0, 1, 2 second index is used. So from second index it is getting all the elements till the last element. Now you can see mango, orange, papaya will be the one. Also we can specify from negative indexing. We can also specify, so let's say if you want from -2, so -2 will be started from here. So -1, -2. So it will always be when you specify negative indexing in slice method, so it will start from the end of the array. So -1, -2, orange until we haven't specified any second index, so it will get the last element. So it will get all the elements uh, if we don't specify any end index, so it will go to the last. In here also you can see we have specified 2 -1. 2 means 0, 1, 2 second index, and -1. So -1 is this one. I told you that an index element is not included, so it will give you mango and orange only. So 2 and this one. So -1 and -2. So it was -2 element. -1 was not included. So this is how we can get the portion of an array. We can also merge two arrays by using concat method. You can see we have this pets array, we have this wilds array. If you want all the elements to be joined together, or if you want to join all the elements in one array, you'll be using concat method. So and we can store them in a separate variable like in animals. Animals equals pets dot concat wilds, and this wilds is an array, so we can specify and that will be added here. Now you can see all the elements are added into one array. So this was the thing. We can also get any index, we can also get the index of any element we want. So let's say you want the index of any element, let's say this one apple, so it will give you the index of apple uh, element. So you have to specify the value here, it will give you the index of that element. It is kind of similar to the string index of method. In that we specify characters, in this we have to specify element. Also we can check if any element is included in this one or in this array or not. So we can check that. It will give you true or false result if that element we specified in the bracket exists in this array or not. So let's say I'm searching for 1. So if 1 exists in this array, so it will give you true, otherwise it will give you false. So this is the case in this. You can see 6 is not in this array, so it is giving us false value. So it will always give you the boolean value. If that element exists, it will give you the true value. If that element doesn't exist, then it will give you the false value. So this is the end of the slide, and I hope you got something. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the another one.